The ongoing Russia-Ukraine war is being fought on many fronts and most importantly by intelligence agencies. Media reports citing a senior U.S. defense official confirmed that the CIA has boots on the ground in Ukraine. The official also said, however, the CIA is not being nefarious. The U.S. cannot interfere and fight the war on behalf of Ukraine, but a proxy war between intelligence officials and spy agencies is on the cards. Reports quoting a senior U.S. military official say the CIA has been operating inside Ukraine under strict rules and with a cap on how many personnel can be in the country at any time. As per reports citing sources, less than 100 CIA operators are inside Ukraine at any time. Clandestine operators are restricted from conducting secret missions, and when they do, it is within a very narrow scope. Ukraine itself does not have a spy agency which can match up to the aggressor's KGB. This is why the American CIA is in the picture and is on the ground. It may be acting as a proxy intelligence agency for Ukraine, but one of the biggest secrets is how much the CIA doesn't know. The CIA's main task is knowing what's going on in the minds of the leaders of Russia and Ukraine, and this is something the agency is reportedly struggling with. If reports are to be believed, the agency is equally uncertain about both President Putin and Zelensky's thoughts and intentions. The agency may have an idea of how badly Russia is stuck in Ukraine, but it is allegedly in the dark on what Putin may do about it. A senior U.S. intelligence official says there is a clandestine war with clandestine rules underlying all of what is going on in Ukraine. The official further says Washington and Moscow have decades of experience crafting clandestine rules. The rules necessitate that the CIA play an outside role, and that it plays the role of a body trying to ensure the war does not spin out of control. There are also rumors of renegade factions within Ukrainian ranks. As per reports quoting military sources, the CIA had learned that either Zelensky did not have complete control of his own military or did not want to know of certain actions. The sabotage of the Russian gas pipeline is another example. U.S. officials now believe that Ukrainian officials never planned to cancel it, only delay it. Ron Aledo is a former U.S. military officer and former intelligence and operations officer. He's joining us from Miami, Florida. Ron, good to have you, and thank you very much for joining us at this hour. What does the U.S. gain from spying in Ukraine or even in Russia?
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me today. Ukraine is obviously the top priority right now for the U.S. national security. And it had been at the top of the priorities for many, many years, even since 2014 and before that, after the Maidan Revolution in 2014. So obviously the United States sends all it can, not only money, not only military resources, but also their intelligence operative into Ukraine. So it's not only the CIA that most certainly are over there, but it's also NSA, DIA, NGA, all the military and civilian intelligence agencies are over there in Ukraine without any doubt.
Ron, we are reporting that the agency is uncertain about Volodymyr Zelensky's thinking and intentions as it is about Vladimir Putin's. One of the biggest secrets of the Ukraine war is how much the CIA doesn't know. What difference will it make for the CIA if they have their boots on ground?
Yes, obviously we have boots on ground. I mean, the thing with the United States, the particular situation of the United States, I mean, we have a lot of people on the ground. We have the giant embassy. We have big consulates over there, and obviously those are operation centers for the U.S. intelligence agencies over there. You need to understand something about the United States. The United States government is very, very concerned about sending boots. When I say boots, I mean people in active duty, military people in military uniform, because that's very, very, it's a high concern for the press, for the media, for the opposition parties, etc. So they don't want to say we have boots on the ground, we don't have troops on the ground. But the way around that is they send civilians to the ground, and the CIA operatives are civilians, DIA operatives are civilians. The military contractors, maybe thousands of them right now on the ground, they are civilians. So they can go to Congress and they can say with a straight face, on their oath, we don't have troops on the ground. And it's true, they don't have active duty people in uniform on the ground, but at the same time, they might have 10,000 civilian government officials, CIA operatives, and military defense contractors on the ground. And obviously, the CIA and NSA and DIA, they have been in Ukraine for many, many, many years, not only now. And obviously, they are very much aware of all the situation, the geopolitical situation, the military situation, the political opposition situation,
right.
The extreme right sectors that confront some of the National Guard units of the Ukrainian government right now, the Azov battalion, the right sector, Sloboda sector, groups that are behind Stefan Bandera's figure as a extreme anti-Russian and then anti-Soviet fighter back in the Second World War. So obviously the U.S. intelligence is very, very aware of everything that happens, and the U.S. intelligence community is over there on the ground trying to do everything they can for the Ukrainians to kill as many Russians as possible. That is basically the mission right now.
Ron, since we are talking about America, America's stance is under threat because of the near mutiny by Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner Group, which raises question as to whether Moscow has run out of options. What do you make of that statement?
Well, Moscow haven't run out of options at all. You need to understand how this Prigozhin mutiny happened. It was not against Putin. It was against Sergei Shoigu. Sergei Shoigu is the Minister of Defense of Russia, the top general of Russia, and Prigozhin and Shoigu, they have vendetta, personal vendetta. They hate each other. They compete one to each other. And basically what the Wagner Group was trying to do, they were trying to save their contract. They were trying to save their skin. They were about this.
All right, I've been talking to former U.S. military officer and former intelligence and operations officer Ron Aledo. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.